Hey guys, and I this is a series I kind of been neglecting because I've been doing so much other things for this YouTube channel that some things will slip my mind. But yeah, this is as you guys can see, and also I did officially just make this into a playlist, so you guys are able to see these and go through them if you want to. Okay, and it's not even nighttime yet. And I think I could do this and play and do a little bit of recording when it's done. So, let's talk, shall we? So, I talked about several things on the series. A good friend lost, and also parenting stuff. All things that are strictly, and I keep on saying these in my videos, they are my opinion. Okay? Do not take them in full value. They are just my opinions. You guys can have your own opinions. I'm not forcing my opinion onto you, but I am saying my life stories. And I'm saying these particular things because I know people deal with these certain things, and honestly, I feel like I can help. So for this one today, it's gaming stuff. And I feel like I've talked about this. I really do. But I looked through my entire YouTube channel. From me starting it all the way from me continuing it, there's nothing about gaming. I am assuming I may have talked about it a little bit, because I feel like I've said something about it. So, and I think I was talking about good friends, but we're talking about gaming issues in general. Not just friends, but gaming issues, and I do have some stories for those. Let's go. Guys, get a drink, get a snack, sit down. We're sitting down for a wild ride. As I move my chair forward, so you guys can see me a lot more. Still got the haircut, by the way. Still got it. My neck is fucking off. It feels weird. So let's talk. Number one, and I feel like the most important thing I gotta talk about when it comes to gaming issues, I think I talked about it once before, is the mute and block button. Everyone, there's a reason why the game developers made the mute button and the block button. It is for then you can not deal with whatever bullshit someone's saying to you. Someone's being disrespectful, you just want to continue with the game, you can mute them. You're playing a VR game. Guess what? In VR, there are games that actually, like, you can block them, and it's not you blocking their account. It's just you making sure they're invisible. I do this to people on VR chat. Quite literally, this happens. I rarely have to do this, but when I do, I do. And yes, people have an issue because there's a little icon, you can't see them. Like, they can't see you, they can see them. And they're like, oh, that person has me blocked. Someone's gonna give you bullshit about it. But in the end of the day, the reason why developers made that is not for then you can ignore it and keep on fighting with a person who does not give a shit what you're saying. He's probably pissing you off for 3 reasons only. To get some attention, just because he enjoys pissing people off, or mainly because he's a dick. Usually that's all it is. Sometimes it's just they're a dick. That's all it is. So, and for those 3 people, you can't do nothing about them. 1, don't be friends with them. If you know they are these things, don't be friends with them. I promise you this. This is the only thing I'm going to tell you guys when it comes to this one. Being friends with these type of people who are those 3 things never leads to anything good. You're always a part of drama. You're always part of issues. You're always part of this. You're always part of that when it comes to the game. And you can't always focus on the game because you're always dealing with their problems. I'm slightly in the develop of this, but slightly not at the same time. It's very hard to explain. Maybe I'll do a part 2 of this where my brother gives you his point of view on that type of situation and what I mean. So, with that being said, sounds pretty easy, right? Now, let's get to some other stuff. and not falling for the traps. These people who want to piss you off in the game, they will align traps for you, okay? And it's always about the certain game you play. Now, everyone who plays a peaceful game, bear witness, those peaceful games, you invite them. So, if you have a problem with them, you can kick them. You can literally remove them from your world. I've gone to I've gone to my brother's word Marcus world and like so many times. He could kick me out if I did something disrespectful to him. He literally could. He could kick me and have every reason to, and he couldn't care. You can kick people out of your world. You don't have to leave them there. That's just how it is. And for the people who have problems with it, they have a problem with the fact that you kick them, or like you remove them out of the world after when they were doing something and you told them to stop. And I would like to say this: always try to do things peacefully before you take those extreme measures. Say like, hey, I don't like that you're doing this. You're making a few people uncomfortable. Can you please not do this? They keep on going, you kick them. You gave them their one warning. Okay, there's no reason you should be giving multiple warnings. They should have one warning, and then you either you kick them, or if you don't, you're not part of the world, you can just block them. Someone can try and convince you to unblock them. If they do convince you, that's a thing. I'm going to talk about something, and I'm going to be a little bit vague with this. Why? It's a little bit of a personal one for me. I was playing a game. I was with a person who I thought was my friend, and certain things happened, okay? But that's not what we're talking about today. I joined, there's this guy being disrespectful, because, I did some type of fucked up shit, and most of those fucked up shits I was doing was because my mom was not a very good parent, so she did not teach me right or wrongs in certain areas that I should have learned straight from the get-go, so I started fucking up. So, he was apparently a witness to one of those fuck-ups, and he had a giant problem with me. Called me a name I didn't like. I told him to stop, and he kept on going because he knew he was pissing me off. I blocked him. We were playing a game. He was in that world. I didn't even know he was there. My friend told me, hey, can you unblock him? I told him no. I told her no. I'm not going to block him because he called me something. I didn't like it. I told him to stop. He didn't stop. So, no, I'm not going to unblock him. And then she was like, okay, I'm going to talk to him. I'm going to tell him not to call you that. If he calls you that, you can block him. But I would like to play the game. So I was like, okay, I'll unblock him. But as soon as he says some shit, he's going to block. And that's going to be permanent. He didn't say shit to me. I don't have him added as a friend. And I don't know where he is. I don't know what he's doing. I don't care. Now, another thing I want to talk, and so that's that one. That's that conversation done. Over it. Fast, right? Another thing I'm going to talk about is don't have these problems in the middle of something big. Like Fortnite special events. The reason why I say that specifically because there's a story that I want to talk about. So, and I'm going to explain this entire thing. I was friends with someone who I thought was my friend. Yes, there's a lot of those. And his name was Delano. He was rude, disrespectful, and also there was another person in the group who was rude and disrespectful to me. There was another person in that group. Basically, the only reason why I was friends with them because I felt I was going to die alone. And so I chose to be friends with assholes and then hang out with my own family because my family treats me like shit. So, of course, I don't want to hang out with them. So, I accepted their abuse. Their verbal abuse that hurt my feelings a lot. Until I started growing common sense. And realizing that I couldn't take that. I could literally find better friends. So, but we're not going to talk about that. What we're going to talk about is the fact that one of those times when we were there, he introduced me to one of his friends. This guy had he had a southern accent. He had a little bit of a southern accent. I remember this. And he had a girlfriend who also had a southern accent. So I was like, oh, okay, hey, how you doing? I don't know much about that girl. I didn't know anything else. All I know is that apparently she started flirting with, um, Delano. Like, she started flirting with Delano and stuff. I talked to him back then. I was a little bit messed up in the head. So, unlike now, if I was in that situation, like, say if that situation didn't happen, I would be now. I would have been like, hey, you should really stop. That's kind of weird. And also, you got a boyfriend. It's kind of wrong. Instead of that, back then, fucked up me was trying to get her to do it to me. I didn't make smart choices. Don't make my mistakes, okay? That's the reason why I'm making this series. I don't want you guys making the mistakes I've made. So yeah, this is really like the stories can help. So, that conversation happened, but that was it. I never had, and I had access to her, and I did text her, but never that. Like, nothing ever happened to us on text. Somehow, there was a lie on our text messages between me and her, because apparently her boyfriend is so cautious about what she's doing on her phone that he has an app that allows him to see whatever she does when it comes to texting on any app. I don't even know what this app is called. I don't even know if this is real. And here's the thing, the reason why I don't know this is real, because Delano used to lie a lot. And he had friends who used to lie a lot to me. Just for a funny bit or a funny joke. That went too far and it kept on going anyways. So, I don't even know if that app really exists. That's how much I don't trust him. So, and so this issue happened all the way to the big thing. Monster robot fight. We all know it. We all know the thing. But I was there, but I never saw it. Because of this. I was there. We were in the world. He had a problem with me. He kicked me. After what, like a few minutes of us being in there waiting for it, I'm like happy, I'm excited, I'm not even caring. And this dude kicks me. And I'm trying to get into a game, but I can't get into a game. Because all the servers are already running. This fight is already going. And I was so irritated because he did last moment, so it was on purpose. And I was mad. I was frustrated. I was mad at the girl and the boy. And this all could have been fixated, like, at the end of this. But he decided to do this at the start. He could have held off what he wanted to say, waited, then after when it was over, being like, hey, we need to talk. No. And I've been mad about that ever since. It's been years. And I have been mad about that. And I'm still mad how much I do feel like I got some redemption. Because there was a ninja samurai art that was way more better than the robot monster fight. And I enjoyed that. And so I do feel like I got some redemption for that. And I'm very happy. Now, the biggest takeaway from that story is that you have a problem with someone, and I don't know why you have them in the event if you don't, like, you could have literally said, like, beforehand, like, hey, I have a problem with you right now. I don't want you there. So, I just, like, I don't care what you do, but I don't want you there. You're not joining us. I'm sorry. That's it. Do not do what he did. Because that is just you being a dick afterwards. You have a problem with someone, you have to talk about it. Okay, if you want to still be friends with this person, talk to the person. Communication is key in these things. You have to communicate. Communicating is key to everything in life, including for these situations. But also, there's a time and place for you to be doing this bullshit. You want to get mad, you want to get frustrated, what you gotta do is just stay quiet. Do not talk. It doesn't matter if the person talks to you, just keep on being quiet. Then, when the whole thing is over, talk to the person, being like, hey, you did this and you did that. I kind of want to know the situation, but I am really mad at you. Everyone, the more you communicate, the more you're going to understand what's going on. Because he didn't know that the fact that I never text her anything that was sexual. And somehow she was able to fake it. I do not know how, and I do not know why. She was able to fake this thing, I don't know. And so, he felt bad. He apologized. I didn't want an apology. Apology didn't fix what he did. It didn't fix what he did. So, I've been mad about them. I've been mad to those two for years. I'm pretty sure I still have them added on my old account. Will I ever join them? Probably by accident. But at the end of the day, if I do, I'm going to say, yeah, I'm still mad at you. And they're going to be like, but that was years ago. I don't give a damn. That was one of the biggest things in history. You made me miss that. Don't care. And that's on him. Because he could have been an adult, had an adult conversation, and yet he chose to do that. You can't change the past, but your actions have consequences. The actions that you cause will always have consequences. It doesn't matter if you are fucking 5, 6, if you're a teenager, an adult, a baby. If you're a baby, you don't have like consequences. If you're a baby, you're a baby. That's it. There's nothing. A baby can't have mistakes. You can't be mad at a baby for mistakes. But if you're like a kid, toddler, an adult, an old man, I don't know, pastor, whatever. Your actions will always have consequences, especially when you do the wrong thing. I know it's sometimes difficult for you to know what the right thing is, but you need to know when it's the proper time to do something and when there's something you should not be doing. I understand that's difficult. I suffer with this too. I have problems with this as well. So you guys are not alone. It's hard. But the more you learn, the more you're going to know those situations. Okay? Now, let's get to the next one. Next gaming conversation. Don't bash people's favorite things. They have a favorite character, they have a favorite thing, don't bash it. Okay? You can have your opinion on the character. You can have your opinion on the game. But don't try and tell them like, oh no, you should hate that game. It's stupid. It's dumb. Everyone's different. They're different, and so because everyone is different, everyone has their own likes, their own personal things, their own personal favorite stuff they want to do. You can't tell them what they can and cannot like. You're not a god. And I know there's a lot of people in my last one I did, I talked about parents who act like gods. Parents, teachers, bosses, a lot of people act like gods. Why do they do that? Who knows? Who knows why people want to act like gods? But no one's a god. You're not a god. So don't act like one. Number what? Whatever. Like the next one. Let's talk about the next one. Next one, and I think this one's the last one because I think I covered up everything that I done. But guys, please text in the comments if you think I missed something that is in that should be talked about. My fucking neck. And this one I'm going to talk about is like, if you have said you're going to help with something, you help. Don't do your own thing afterwards. And this is the whole thing, this is the whole joining worlds thing again. I remember I had a friend, he joined my world. Every single time he did his own thing. He never helped me with the thing I was trying to ask him to help me with. He basically always did his thing, and he never once like talked to me and be like, hey, yeah, no, I don't care. So he just did his own thing, and it always irritated me. Like, if you're there to do something specific, then yeah. Oh, and I get it. It's sometimes hard when you want to do some things. Marcus, you can see in his YouTube videos. We're in this world, and basically, we all do our own things. We all have our own things set and planned. We do sometimes join, we do still join him on these things. Because he'd be like, hey guys, we're doing this, and we'd be like, okay. So we do this, we join him, but then after a while, we still do our own things afterwards, and he accepts that. Because again, like, yeah, we're doing the thing he wants for his video, but then afterwards, it's kind of, like, we kind of want to do something our own. Like, we all got tired of dying in the nether, so we all left. And, we started doing our own thing, because we got sick and tired of dying. So, yeah, honestly, like, help them, and then do your own thing. Like, don't try and control everything, being like, you gotta do this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this, because Yeah, they're in the world, but you also need to let people have their own little freedom of fun. Okay? You can have someone help you, but then after a while, do something fun. Okay, you can be like, oh, let's build this for fun. Let's do this for fun. You can do your own thing for fun. Whatever. And, yeah, and sometimes it's about being really strict on the rules. You do have to have rules sometimes to make people understand what this is about, why they're here. Like, here's the thing. I've had a world in Rec Room. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that story. And in Rec Room, by the way, I made this world particularly because I got kicked out of a certain place. And because I got kicked out, I was making this world to replace that, and I was going to make it public. Now, it was supposed to be an alien spaceship, and it was supposed to be heroes, and it was going to be for the LGBTQ community, and everything else. Well, LGBTQ plus. Sorry, guys, I forgot the plus part. LGBTQ plus community. And because of that, I was in the situation, basically, it was on me, and then some of it was on the other guys. So, I'm not going to get to most of it, because most of it is not YouTube rated, but I'll get to some of it. There was some issues because I made someone feel uncomfortable. Now, because I made him feel uncomfortable, she told her boyfriend, obviously, he had a problem with it. He told a guy named Chicken. That was his username, by the way. That wasn't the actual name. He came to me, I talked to him about it, I told him everything. And what they didn't really believe, what is actually true, I don't even know if it's a disability, but sometimes if I get really sad and really down, I will start mimic characters that I see from TV. And this is not me, like, doing this on purpose. I had zero control over this. But also, I never tried to get control over it. Because as far as I could tell, it never worked on people. It never worked on anyone I ever physically was having conversations with. It only worked on people on TV. So I was like, okay, no harm, no foul. Until it did on that day. So in other words, that's what happened. No one believed me. And the dude, I accidentally sent an invite, and he told a bunch of people I left, but he also invited, like, he also told everyone else about this problem. And because of that, I got mad, because he told a bunch of people who were never a part of that situation and now made their problem because now it's their, like, they heard about the situation. It was honestly kind of annoying to me. And he was like, I don't care, you could block me. I'm like, I already blocked you. Like, I told him I was kicking him out of my world. And he was like, I don't care. She blocked you, Chicken blocked you, I blocked you, everyone blocked you. Doesn't matter. And I kicked him. But apparently, that wasn't enough for him. So, for what I've heard through a friend, they got everyone from that very room, like from the LGBTQ place that I used to love to go to. Now, when I do it, I have to go on my account on my console. And I'm actually going to show you guys. I actually am going to pull it up for you guys. For then you guys can see it. But, yeah, I'm actually going to plug in my mic for then you guys can hear sounds and stuff, because I know there are a lot of people there who are going to talk and stuff, and I don't want their voice in the video. I actually am going to probably make the world private as well. So, and I got kicked out. I got mad. That was my favorite place, and not because, again, I'm not gay. I'm not anything. I'm just a regular straight man, okay? I'm holding my chest like they're tits. But, I'm a regular, like, straight man. The reason why I loved it there was because the reason why I loved it there was strictly because it was very calm, it was very respectful, it was a lot of things, okay? It was a lot of things, and it was really fun to do. The world that, and it was fun for me. I love going there. It was like every time when I got into Rec Room, I went there instantaneously. There was never a day I never went in there because of how many people I enjoyed talking to, how many people I enjoyed communicating to, how many people I enjoyed. It was a very fun space, and for them to get a bunch of people to lie on my name, because that's what they did. They basically wrote a bunch of complaints, and only one of them was real, but the rest of them was lies. A lot of them, actually. And when I mean a lot, I mean there was a lot of them that were lies. I was being accused for what my friend told me, sexual harassment. I think there was something in there about disturbing the peace, being disrespectful, like getting on people for being in there, stuff like that, basically judging a lot of things. And they got me banned. I'm still banned, by the way. I clicked the button every single time, and I kind of stopped at this point. But, and morally, it's because I play VR chat. You see, I play VR chat, and yes, I don't go to any LGBTQ places. Not because of this whole situation, it's morally just because I don't, I don't care, that's not it, it's just the fact that I don't really have a reason to go there. Also, I know there's probably a lot of them there. But, personally for me, I don't really want to go. Because I'd be just watching other stuff, I'd be doing other things, I'd be going to YouTube worlds and watching shows. So, yeah, and so I don't have any reason whatsoever to, volunteer myself to do so. So, yeah, in other words, a long-winded story. You should not, think before you act. And that's something I should have done. But, again, that disability really takes the cake when you don't really try to learn how to control it. Not saying that as an excuse. Nothing, is not an excuse, but still. It was a giant problem. I have control over it now, so it doesn't even pop up now. That's the thing. It doesn't even pop up anymore. It doesn't even, happen anymore. So, I got in pretty good control over it, and I'm actually pretty happy about it. Now, saying that, oh god, I kind of, like I said, I go to this world because I do love the vibe of it. How much it's kind of died out. And what I mean by it died out, I mean, it's dead at this point. I think it had new management. I don't know what happened to this area. I don't know what happened to this place. I may actually do some research and see what happened, but as far as I could tell, that place is literally a ghost town. There's not many people who go there anymore. And maybe just strictly because it's old. That may be just the reason. It's just old. And so because it's old, no one wants to go there. So yeah, I've honestly felt free. Found it. I felt free going into this world now. It has changed a lot over the years. I've come over here a lot. Yeah. Have I seen those people? No. As far as I know, they stopped playing Rec Room. But for all I care, I don't care about talking to them anymore. So yeah. So in other words, don't do dumb stuff. Also, don't ban people from a world just because you have a problem with them. That's not cool. It doesn't matter what they did, okay? They did some fucked up stuff. Okay, they did fucked up stuff. They do some messed up stuff. They did some messed up stuff. They disrespected you. Okay, they disrespected you. The only time you should get them banned from a world if they actually have a consistency of doing it a lot in that world. That's the only time I say it should be highly respected to actually ban them at that point. And report them. No one should be using reporting and banding for, like, to get over them or to, like, make them do the things that they don't want to do because you want that, or you want them to do that certain thing. You want them to do some specific thing that they're not doing. You shouldn't be doing that whatsoever. That's being a jerk. Literally, there is a simple solution, and that's called blocking them, removing them out of your friends list. So you don't have to be friends with everyone that you meet. You don't have to be friends with everybody that you know. What you can do, though, is choose the friends that you want to have around you. Okay? And I think that's what's been lost to the world, is choosing the, choosing. And to, like, be there and just, like, disrespect space. So, yeah, like, the ban thing, like, people should get banned. If they have a consistency to do something like this, like, say if you saw someone, like, 5 or 6 times and they've done the same thing, then you get them banned from that world. Because that means they're going to do that, and that means they're just harassing people at that point, and that's bad, and you should do something about it. But if you're doing this strictly because you're mad at the person, you are more in the wrong than that person is. And I know that sounds twisty in a way to say it, but that's just how it is. And it's unfair. I get it. But life is unfair. Life is completely unfair, and none of us can do anything about it. That is the sad truth. We can't do nothing about how life is unfair. All we can do is really just hope that it gets better. But let me show you this world. I'm not gonna show you I'm not gonna show you this. This, like I said, this place used to be huge and now it's small. I think I can find some pictures, but I'm not going to. But I'm gonna show you guys the world, like the picture of the logo. You guys can go there if you want to. I would highly advise it, because if you guys have friends and you guys like somewhere peaceful to go to, and honestly, like I said, it's like a dead zone. So honestly, you can have like a bunch of your friends to come with you to go into those worlds and, you know, hang out, have some fun. That's where you want to go. But as far as I know, I come to this world at least like 3 or 4 times a day. Well, not 4 times a day, like once every few months. And no one's been around. There you go. There's the logo. There's the thing. I honestly love it. It's better than the old one that was just the frog face. So I definitely love the whole frog body. Do I wish I got them banned? Most definitely. I love going in there in VR. But the only way I can get in there is by deleting my account and then restarting it and doing a completely new account. And honestly, I rarely go into Rec Room, and it's not like anyone remembers me anymore. Like, everyone who I love joining, I don't join no more. Like, they don't join me, and I don't even go into Rec Room. So, I may do it. But yeah, also, please, for the love of God, don't try and fight for my honor or something about this and bring back this old story from years and be like, and get on and try to hunt the people down who did this. I don't care anymore. It's not my problem anymore. And honestly, it's just stupid. Like, I'm being serious. Just don't. Okay? It's fine. And honestly, I play VR chat. I have no reason to go there no more. Honestly, I do want to build that world though, because it would be cool to have a spaceship there and stuff. So yeah. So I guess the ending of this video, I'm gonna ask you guys to type something down in the comments for me. Other than you guys telling me what you guys thought about this video, I want you guys to tell me, should I get some friends? Should I find some people who would be dedicated to help me build that ship? That ship that you walk into and you're able to go up anywhere and you're able to, like, see everything. And you're able to, like, and it's a place for people who love to make superheroes, for you to make your own OCs, for you to do whatever you want, but also for you to, and it's for everybody, not just for LGBTQ places. LGBTQ places, I think I said that correctly. Also, it will be always for everybody, for every person in the world. There's not a person it does not go for, and there will be rules, obviously. So yeah, tell me guys, do you guys want me to go find people to find like a group of people to help me build that world and finally make it into the reality that it was supposed to be in? Because honestly, with the fact that it doesn't have that hatred no more and the angerish, I kind of want to do it. But you guys tell me if you guys want me to do it, and I promise you guys there will be videos recording of that place. And I hope you guys want to see it. I don't know. You guys gotta tell me down in the comments down below. See you guys later. Crimson Thunder out.